What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Season 5, NHL 25, Detroit Red Wings Franchise Mode Series. As always, guys, thank you so much for the last episode. If you can leave a thumbs up on this one, I'd really appreciate it. Also, while you're down there, hit that subscribe button. Now, if you guys missed the last episode, we were trying to actually go back-to-back as Stanley Cup Champions. Unfortunately, it was the Maple Leafs who won it. They actually beat us out in the Eastern Conference Final. So we've made the Eastern Conference Final 3 years in a row, and the Stanley Cup Final the 2 years before that. So this team is definitely, looking really good. I think if we can win one, maybe two more Stanley Cups, could probably be considered a dynasty. Right now, too, team is looking stacked, tons of depth, tons of superstar power. I was asking you guys, what should we do? And most of you seem to say, package a bunch of our players for a superstar, but probably wait till the deadline. It'll be easier to make that move in terms of the salary cap space. And you guys might notice here, I've actually made some changes to the forward group. So ADB's now in the first line of Larkin and Raymond. They're all 90 plus. I'm hoping they just pop off. Garnett here is our elite potential forward. He's on the second line now, getting more ice time. Hopefully he'll grow more because hasn't really grown too much since we drafted him. He's playing there with Cousins and McCann. Then the third line there, you got Casper, Danielson, and Patty Kane. Kane's down to 39, so it's I think he'll still probably perform not too bad on that third line. I've also got him still on the top power play. Brandsegg, Nygaard, Rasmussen, and Kiskinen there on the fourth line. Again, you guys can see just so much depth. Defensively here, Evanson, Sider, Dobson, Sandin, Pellikka. Are you kidding me? This top four is unreal. We got Bouillon there on the bottom pairing with Hensler. So definitely probably chalk with bottom pair, guys. Try to get the chemistry up. Same two goes for the second forward and third forward line. Goalie wise as well, Sebastian Coates is our starter, 90 overall. Augustine backing up 87. Like I said, there's literally no holes on this team. All we can try and do is bring in a superstar. There's no depth to be added. If anything, we have too much depth, too many guys that should be playing higher up in the lineup. But again, our team is just too stacked, so unfortunately not going to happen for them. You look at the PK even, I think we got some great two-way players. Danielson here, for instance, 96 stick checks, got 99 strength. Evanson, Sider, of course, on the back end there. Overall, team has no holes. We just have to hope, we get lucky in the sim. Of course, too, because of this, the AHL team looks really, really good. So, as you guys can see here, their first line's got an 84 Bolshnikov, playing with Lombardi and Mazur. I think Bolshnikov's role, it's a third line scoring forward. Again, we just don't have a spot for him. I like the fact, too, I showed you guys last episode, we got the Grieva twins, third line, and then Dower Nielsen brothers on the fourth line. Defensively here, Wallander, Akey, both 80 pluses. Look at that. Team is looking solid. We've got 86 Ivan Kovic as a starter. He'll definitely be a guy we use, in some big package to probably bring in a superstar, as we just don't need an 86 AHL goalie. Again, I mentioned before, definitely an embarrassment of riches. Now, in terms of the ratings, guys, for this season, obviously looking at the team, they're quite high. We got 94 offense, 95 defense, and 93 goaltending. So I'm hoping this year we get back to the Stanley Cup Final and actually win our second. Let's see what happens. And looking at contract extensions here, guys, you can see we're pretty lucky as all of our top players are still extended for this year and next. So, if we do make another deep run this year, no reason why we can't do it again next season. So, we've definitely set ourselves up very well in that regard. Look at Bouillon's the only guy we might lose, and even if we do, we've got, Akey in the AHL, Wallander in the AHL. We are not going to be in too tough a position. Still, though, I'll take a look and see what he's asking for. 5x5. We have $7 million extension dollars. I just want to make sure no one else needs one. Augustine does. We probably don't need an 87 backup. And we actually can't resign him. It just says trade for assets. So, you know what? Ivan Kovic here signed for 2 more years. It probably would make sense, actually, to trade Augustine above him just to ensure we have, that entry-level goalie. So, something I'll consider. And then, like I said, in regards to Bouillon, we actually do have the money. We can resign him. Only thing is, if we do bring in a superstar, this could affect that. But we could also always just use him in that superstar trade. So, 86 overall, normally you don't pay a bottom pairing guy this much money, but again, just kind of where our team's at, we're, quite better than most. 4.5, he's still right on the edge of the last 2 bars. We'll try that, see if we'll save $1 million. And even in the system, Bolshnikov there, signed for 2 more years, same with Akey, even Wallander, we're looking really good. Alright guys, so unfortunately Bouillon rejected the 4.5. I guess we'll have to up it a little bit. And this is why, okay, so I guess I should offer him a little bit more money. He all of a sudden wants 6.7 instead of 5.5. That's why, last year, I was giving them what they wanted. They all said yes, so I got a little bit greedy this time, tried to undercut them, and this is what happens. Yeah, so learned a lesson there. We still do have 7.7. I could just try to get him the 5.5 he originally wanted. The $1 million there probably doesn't matter too much. I'll do this just to kind of know where we're at. If he still says no, I definitely can't pay him any more than that. And yeah, guys, Bouillon still said no, so I think if we do make, a blockbuster trade come trade deadline, he'll be a guy that's on the move. And now check this out, guys. We're at the end of December here with an amazing record, 27-4-2, first place in division with 56 points. The Bruins are pretty close there with 50. And yeah, we are first in NHL. This team is just so stacked. AHL team, 13-11-3. I don't really know how they're not doing better than that with an 84, forward, couple 80 defensemen, 86 goalie, currently outside of a playoff spot. Hopefully they can pick it up. And we're at the trade deadline now, guys, and look at the record, 46, 11, and 3. I see the Canes are crushing it too, 39, 13, and 9. They're currently first place in the Metro. We're first, though, in the Atlantic, 95 points. Also good for first in the NHL. I mean, nobody's even in the 80s over in the West. The best team's the Avs at 78. And there's like, 3 teams in the East better than them. So, yeah, having an unreal season so far. AHL teams picked it up a ton. I don't know what was up with that first, couple months, but they're now 32, 15, and 7. Third place in their division. And the leading scorer on the AHL team, no surprise, Bolshnikov there's got 47 points. And leading the way for the NHL team, Dylan Larkin's already got 83. Oh my, maybe we should have, put DeBrincat back on his line earlier. I saw the comments though, everyone wanted DeBrincat playing with Kane. I mean, maybe that was fine for the second or third year. Last year though, I think, DeBrincat, wow, 38 goals. Stanley Cup also having a big year, 40 points already. Kiskanen's got 22 as a rookie so far. Kosa's got 41 wins. Wow, this team's looking so good. Like I said, we're going superstar hunting. Hopefully there's some big name 90-plus player available at the deadline. Clearly we are buyers. So let's take a look here and see. Fingers crossed, somebody big. Okay, Pierre-Luc Dubois is number 1, 89 overall. It's close. It's not quite. He's also got 3 years left there at 8.5. Cole Perfetti, 87. Sergachev, okay. So we're going to have to go shopping off the trade block. They do have Augustine on the block for us, which, like I said, it probably would make more sense to trade him than Ivan Kovic just because he's going to want more money. And unfortunately, we actually can't, sign him to an extension as I showed you guys earlier. And now we definitely don't need a defenseman. Look at this. 95, 93, 93, 91, 87, 87. Our top 3 defensemen are all franchise. Standing Pellica, honestly, might be trending that way as well. Kosa's a 90 with amazing numbers. Showed you guys. He's got 915 right now. Augustine's are actually a little bit better there. Ivan Kovic down the A, looking pretty good. So we're looking for an impact top 6 forward. I would say an upgrade, I guess, on Garnett. He's currently, playing right wing. You got McCann's an 89, Cousins an 90. Garnett, let's see. He's got 39 points, 61 games. Not too bad. He is still signed 1 more year there, entry level. But if we can bring back, somebody much better, I think it's worth it. All right, guys, so we're now going to try and make a trade with Vegas for Birdchild here. Left wing / center, elite potential, 88 overall. He's actually the 4th or most trade value on their team. And he's making an entry-level deal for 2 more years, just like Garnett. What I was thinking is we need like a playmaker for that second line. Cousins is a power forward. McCann's a sniper. He's got pretty good points here. 51 in 64 games. Again, like 99 passing. Are you kidding me? The shot's not great, but everything else does look pretty good. Of course, I like the fact entry-level deal next year as well. I feel like we could honestly probably get him for Garnett and like a small ad. They do like Garnett, and again, we got so many extras. Ivan Kovic, Augustine, they like both of them. Again, for us, I'd like to keep Augustine, but just the fact Ivan Kovic's going to be on an entry-level deal next year as well, I think it makes sense to trade Augustine here and then call him up. Actually, at that point, wow, we might be overpaying. Look at this defenseman, guys. Look at the players they wanted. Norman, already 72 at 19, medium top 4. He was our first-round pick last year. That is awesome to see development that fast. Now, we also could just move off our first-round pick, which they want. I see us being a good team. Garnett in a first to get Birdchild. Again, a little bit higher rated. I think he'll fit the second line better. See what they say. Trade's rejected. All right, so we can try Augustine here and see what they say. I mean, they're getting back pretty similar player plus an elite goaltender. Still rejected. So we'll try Garnett, Augustine, and a first. Okay, now it'll go through. Again, we're not really losing anything in terms of the goaltending. Ivan Kovic comes up. We got an elite still in the AHL. And like I said, I think Birdchild would be a better fit on that second line. So yeah, we're going to say yes to that. And hopefully that trade gives this team a bit of a boost. And I'm sure a lot of you are thinking, like, why didn't you go and get a 90-plus player? The issue is most 90-plus players have no move clauses. So tough to make a trade happen. As you can see, like Carolina, Ranton, and Aho. The only teams that didn't really have one was like Bedard. But I don't even know if we could get him. I guess he's 95 overall. We could potentially trade Larkin 1-for-1. But I don't have any plans on trading our captain. Now, this is an interesting one, guys. Look at Clayton Keller here. 90 overall, making 9-4 for the next 8 years. The trade value there is not very high. He didn't have a no move. Definitely could have made a trade for him. All right, guys, so the trade deadline's now over again. We just made that one trade there. I'm hoping, that's the boost we need to get back to the Stanley Cup final. You got Philip Deneau there going to the Blue Jackets, Tommy Novak to the Hurricanes, Cole Perfetti to the Wild. That's a big-time trade. They get up 2 first-round picks and Kubalainen to get him. Again, our trade there for Birdchild. A couple elite players getting swapped. The fact we had to add Augustine and a first. I feel like the Vegas Golden Knights made up pretty well. Let's see. You got really not too much else going on. Ferraro there to the Blue Jackets. Bobby Brink to the Sharks. Nazem Kadri to the Bruins. That's kind of nuts. Hoaglander there to the Stars. Let's see. Jackson Lacombe to the Panthers. Pretty decent defenseman. Barrett Hayton there to the Avs. And Prostis is on the move. He actually goes with Sandin to Boston. Pretty big pickup for them. And they get 2 first-round picks in return. I mean, honestly, based on the other prices, surprised they didn't get paid more. And then you got Utah there trading Siegenthaler and Gostisbehere to the Senators there, also getting a first-round pick back. So I think we probably had the biggest trade at the deadline, but some pretty big-name players being moved, which is nice to see. All right, guys, so after the trade deadline, here's an updated look at the team. Of course, not breaking up that first line. They're playing so well. Second line, you got Birdchild there, now playing with Cousins, McCann. They get a +5. I did want Birdchild left wing, McCann on the right wing. Unfortunately, chemistry dropped by 1, so just going to try this out. Third line, I want to point out, Casper now has a full 5 X Factors. Hopefully gets his own ability soon. Danielson as well. Added Big Rig, Shutdown, no contest. Still there playing with Patty Kane. Even Rasmussen's up to an 88 on the 4th line. Andy Gaines skilled up. I guess he scored a random Michigan at some point this season. So kind of cool to see. Kiskinen and Brandstad Nygaard as well were 85s before. Now they're 86. So like the entire team is just growing. Even 4th liners. Like that's pretty impressive. You don't usually see that. Again, the top 4D is just ridiculous. I don't think I've ever had a better top 4D in any franchise. Now, a big reason for this, of course, is your offseason conversations. For most of the defensemen, I just, boost defense awareness. You can see 99, 95, 89 Sandin Pellikka. He's got 99 offensive awareness. And then 94 for Dobson. Like, that definitely helps them get their rating. Bomb pairing there, 87 overall still. Obviously, in goal, Kosta's our starter still, but Ivan Kovic is the new backup. And look at special teams here, guys. I've actually made a change. Patty Kane's off power play 1. Decided to put Birdchild on it. He just got all the X factors. He's got the 99 passing. He's 21 for lead potential. I feel like he could really grow to a 90 playing on that unit. Patty Kane, though, is still on the second one there. I think the 4-mans are pretty much the same. Maybe Patty Kane was on this one. Birdchild, again, took his place. And then I think PK-wise, it's all the same. And in terms of the AHL team, guys, no change to the forward group. They're doing pretty well. Same with the defense. Of course, now, though, Bickle here's our starter. Again, elite potential. 79 at 22 is not bad. We do have a 58 backup. This is just like our third string because we don't actually have a 4th signed goalie. Luckily, he'll probably barely play, so we should be okay. All right, guys, for the end of the season now, with the record here, 56, 21, and 5. I was hoping for 60 wins. We came close. As you can see, we actually finished with 117 points, which was 3 worse than the Hurricanes, who had 120. And we were above them at the trade deadline. So I'm not sure if they just, crushed it from the trade deadline or if maybe we started playing a little bit worse. I do see, a handful of losses in here. So maybe, I don't know, that trade somehow made us worse. That would just be kind of typical EA because, rating for rating, the guy we got's better. AHL team there, also in the playoff spot, 91 points. So there are a couple games left. They'll be either 2nd or 3rd seed. But look at this, guys. Dylan Larkin having a career year, 114 points. He had 100 plus another season. He was 100 right on. So yeah, this is his best season ever at 32 years old. 50 goals as well. Come on. Amazing to see that. Lucas Raymond there closing in, 95. DeBrincat, 83. So yeah, that's the top line. McCann still at 72 on that second line. Birdchild there at 67. Obviously curious to see how he did with us. 16 and 21, close 2 point per game was a +1. Yeah, not too upset with that. He had 50 assists on the year. Cousins was 51 points. Same with Sandin Pellikka. So good to see him producing a bit more for us there. Patty Kane still at 44 playing third line. Casper 42. Danielson 42 as well. Dobson 41. Sider 40. So, helping out. Even Evanson there 37. Our D-men, doing what they can. In terms of the goaltending, Costa there 907, 254. Ivan Kovic here didn't look too good. We only did play 7 games. 8-9 save percentage, definitely want to see better than that. Bickle in the AHL, really good numbers. And again, shows you why, goaltending's a joke. Bowman, 58. He had a better save percentage in his 5 games than Bickle did. Below 2 goals against. Our team's playing better in front of a worse goalie. I don't get it. In terms of the entire league here, guys, McDavid taking on the Rush Trophy, 123. Larkin, though, was right on his heels, 114. You had Nylander after him, Matthews, Rantanen, Kaprizov, Draisaitl, Pastrnak, McKinnon. A lot of guys this season, 100-plus points. Quinn Hughes, 103, looks to be leading all defensemen. And in terms of goals, it was actually McDavid taking on Maurice Richard. He beat out Matthews by 1, Pastrnak there by 2. Larkin was top 6 in goal scoring. DeBrincat also right behind him for top 7. In terms of defensive scoring, like I said, Hughes there number 1, followed by Makar, Bouchard, Renski, guys that are usually up there. Goaltending-wise, you actually had Sebastian Cossa with the most wins, 49. Let's go. Save percentage here for a starter. Kochikov, 37 games played, kind of a starter. True starter would actually be Joseph Wool, 69 games played, .92. And then goals against, also Kochikov. And then Cossa, 254. So I'm not sure. We might have William Jennings. We'll have to take a look. Rookie skaters here, most points. Jackson Jacobson with the Buffalo Sabres, 54. And now, like I was saying, guys, in terms of the entire league, Hurricanes there win the President's Trophy. We got second, though, 117. Only 4 teams with 100+, so I guess the league was kind of tighter this year. Florida gets screwed a little bit, but not crazy. Winnipeg at 17 gets in. And yeah, no teams, doing, too bad. Dallas was last at 71. Usually there's somebody in the 60s, if not 50s. So good to kind of see the league getting a bit more fair here. Goals for, we were first in the entire league, 325. Goals against, we were also first, 212. So most goals for, most goals against. I don't know how that, doesn't equate to a President's Trophy, but we'll take the Jennings. That is okay. Now, in the first round here, guys, of course, we're going to have the first wild card. The Canes are going to get the second, and that means we're playing Buffalo in the first round. We just saw they have the best rookie there in Jacobson. And now look at the rest of their team. You can see first line, you got Benson playing with Tage Thompson, Porter Martone. I mean, I mentioned when looking at them, like they didn't have a single guy 90 plus. Coolidge there on the second line. Jacobson they actually have playing center. Paterka there on the wing. Okay, so I mean, obviously our team's a lot better. Defensively, Darlene Power, though, is a sick top pair. Byram's still there. Defense isn't that bad. Ours is better. Levi, 87 starter. I mean, offense, defense, goaltending, we're better in terms of everything. Like you can see there, goals for, goals against, we're first in both. Power play, fifth. PK needs to be better. We're 29th in the PK. And we've got pretty good PKers. Maybe I'll switch that up quick. Oh my gosh, guys. Rasmussen here has another X Factor, Crease Crasher. He's playing fourth line. I don't know how he keeps getting these. Alright guys, so I made a small change to the PK. We got Casper Danielson now in the top unit. My thinking is with Larkin playing first line, top power play, maybe he's tired out there, so we got him on the second unit instead. Defensively, I feel like the pairings do make sense. But you know what guys, small change we'll make is having Buyam on the third unit with Sandine Pelika, and then second one will be Hensler and Dobson. Hensler does have the Yoink X Factor, maybe that helps it out. So again, only position of weakness apparently is the PK, even though on paper, I think it's really nice. So we'll see what happens here in the first round. So first two games, of course, guys, are going to be in Detroit at Little Caesars Arena, Hockey Town. Game 1's a 7-1 win. There you go. That's how you want to start the playoffs. Game 2's a 3-1 win. Let's go. Kosa looking very good. Currently averaging 1 goal against. 3-1 win game 3. Kosa's playing lights out. Game 4 is a 4-1 win. Are you kidding me? Kosa, 1 goal against through the first round. That's incredible. And now after sweeping the Buffalo Sabres, guys, we got the Boston Bruins here in round 2. And I mean, yeah, I got to point out Kosa's stats, 966 save percentage, 1 goal against. Are you kidding me? Looking at the matchup too, the Bruins actually had the highest goals for in the first round. We were second though. We were also second goals against, power play. The PK, look at the changes. PK was first, 100%. Buffalo did not score a single goal on us on the PK. That's awesome. And so Boston here, guys, of course, they made that trade for Protis, and they got him on the first line there with Natchez and Pasternak. So solid first line. They got Geeky, Pacha, Burakovsky. Lindholm still there as a 3C. Marchenko, I remember them trading for last season. Lysell in the fourth line. Kashi they brought in as well. He's playing 4C now at 38 years old. Defensively, they brought in Sandin with Protis. I'm on the top pair with McAvoy, Lozon, Lindgren, Lindholm, Vero. I mean, they got some players for sure. Swayman's a solid starter. Just like Buffalo, though, like, doesn't matter if you go forward, defense, or goaltending. We're the better team. Pasternak there's the leading scorer for them so far with 8 points. McCann has 6 for us. Now, we only played 4 games, while the Bruins played 5. So, I mean, 1 extra game, still a bit different. Again, going to have home ice advantage. Unless we play the Canes, we'll have home ice advantage the entire way. Game 1, 2-0 win. Kosa's stats somehow get even better. 5-2 win, game 2. Let's go. Keep rolling. Head to TD Garden now. Boston. 3-0 loss. Okay, we get shut out. Game 4 still in Boston. 3-0 win. Let's go. We answer their 3-0 shutout win with a shutout win of our own. And we now have a chance to clinch here, guys, in Game 5. Back at home, and we do it 3-2. Are you kidding me? Kosa has not allowed more than 2 goals in a game so far. The dude is playing absolutely lights out. I love seeing that. Normally not the case with a young goaltender in this game. We're 8-1 so far in the playoffs. We got the New York Rangers next here in the Eastern Conference Final. Yeah, come on. Kosa's stats. I mean, Shesterkin's are pretty nice, but then you look at Kosa's. 8 wins in 9 games, a 9.58, a 1.22. Looking at this matchup stats too, we're second in goals for there to 4th. First goals against, of course. Second power play. PK's dropped off a bit. We're now 8th. Lafreniere leading scorer for them. It's McCann still for us. And now look at the Rangers team here, guys. You got Will Cooley on the top line. There's Banijad, Lafreniere. Trocheck's on the team, playing with Miller, Panarin. Miller's dropped all the way down to an 83. How old is he at this point? He's only 36. Sakura here's a 79. They got him playing third line over Brendan Othman. Doesn't make a ton of sense to me. Vince Dunn now on the team. How much did they sign this guy for? $9 million. Playing with Adam Fox. So that's a solid D pair for sure. Still not as good as ours, but definitely close. Bottom D pair, 280s. We can definitely exploit that, I think, with our top line. Shesterkin, though, is a better goalie, 94 overall. Having said that, Kosa is playing better so far in these playoffs. So, again, I like our team here on paper. Let's see if we can get back to the Stanley Cup Final. Again, very happy with this team. Like, this is our 4th straight Eastern Conference Final. That is impressive no matter what happens here. So, here we go, guys. Game 1 in Detroit. I guess would have been the Rangers. Must have beat out Carolina Hurricanes. Well done to them. They're beating us 3-0 here in period 1 of Game 1. 3-1, making it a bit of a game. 3-2. Okay, so we fought back. Unfortunately, just ran out of time. Now here we go, guys. Game 2. We have to win this. Can't go down 2-0 heading to New York. Birdchild, the new player, with a goal. Let's go. 2-0 to Brinkett. And we hold on 3-2. That was close, though. McCann gets the game winner. Othman scored one late with a minute left. Luckily, they couldn't find the equalizer. And now game 3 here, guys, is Madison Square Garden. And we're down 3-1 early. Danielson, our lone goal scorer. We actually outshot them, though. Let's go. Big second period. Whole first line. To Brinkett, Larkin, Raymond get goals. Panarin, Lafreniere for them. We're only down 1. Whole period left to play. And we can't find a goal. Neither can they. 41 shots to 24. Are you kidding me? I feel like we deserve that one. So game 4 now, guys. Down 2-1. This is our first time being down in a series. I guess we were down after the first game as well. And 2-0 lead. Fabry, Chimilar. Hopefully I said that right. 3-0 now. Are you kidding me? 6-0. The Rangers have our number. I mean, we've been playing so well. What is this team doing? I mean, I guess, too, Costa's been lights out, and all of a sudden, you know, back-to-back 5 goals, 6 goals. Even the first 2 games were a bit higher scoring in terms of just how he's been playing. So we've been down 3-1 before and came back. We need to do it here. And 1-1 there after 1. Larkin, Zibanejad. 3-1 now. Larkin again. Cousins. Let's go. We hold on there. Rangers actually outshot us that time, but forced into game 6. And I see the LA Kings swept the Avalanche. They're waiting to see who comes out of the East. Hopefully it'll be us. We're still alive here. 2 games left. Why can't we win 2 in a row? And 0-0 after 1. 5-1. Are you kidding me? To Brinkett, McCann, Larkin, Birdchild, Standing Pelika. Fox for them. Please. 5-3. Miller with a couple. He hates us, but luckily had too big of a lead there. Let's go. We forced game 7. Back at home. We won, what? I think 2 games so far at home. Yeah, we're 2-1 so far at home in this series. Let's see if we can make it 3-1. Little Caesar Arena, aka Hockey Town. Gonna be buzzing. Let's win this thing. Here we go. Game 7. Down 1. Sam Steele. I think it's crazy he's on a roster. We gotta answer back here. 2-0. Lafreniere. Come on, boys. We're out shooting them. Power play's not ideal. Luckily, kill it off. Another power play. Refs, put away the whistles. We get one. And we can't find a goal. Halfway through the third now. Still down 2-0. 40 shots at 28. Let's go. Edvinsson. 5 minutes left. Down by 1. We need a hero. Please. 17 seconds. Are you kidding me? We lose 2-1 to the Rangers. Game 7 Eastern Conference Final. That sucks. Back-to-back Eastern Conference Finals we get knocked out of. But again, I showed you guys the contract screen. All of our team pretty much is coming back except for Bouillon. And, like, that's our 4th straight Eastern Conference Final. We cannot be too upset. And now in terms of the AHL team, guys, it looks like they won the first round against Milwaukee in 5, and then they unfortunately lost to Rockford Ice Hogs there in 4. And the playoffs are now complete. The Rangers there won the Stanley Cup, and the Ice Hogs won the Calder Cup. So we actually lost the eventual champions in both. Kind of cool, too. It was a New York, LA Stanley Cup final, so similar to the MLB final last year. Of course, being Dodgers and Yankees. Pittsburgh jumps from 11-1 to pick first overall in the 2029 draft. And now next, you guys want to take a look at the playoff tree. So the Rangers beat the Devils in 5, Canes in 7. So that was a good series. Us in 7, then swept the LA Kings. I guess the East was just that much better than the West. In terms of our playoff scoring leaders, Jared McCann was a point per game. Only 1 on the team. Or actually, sorry, Birdchild as well. So yeah, that second line was doing well. I think, you know, he's an 88. Definitely could get up even higher. Larkin slowed down a bit, only having 12, but it's not bad. Same with Cousins. Raymond's 10. You'd probably like to see more. DeBrinket's 8. Definitely has to be better than, like, you know, a 40-point pace in the playoffs. Goaltending, I mean, Kosa, even with the shaky conference final, still at 9.29 at 2.2. Can't be upset with that. And look at the awards here, guys. Obviously, Rangers there taking home the Stanley Cup. Canes President's Trophy. We still haven't won one, although we've came quite close. Team awards there. We know the rest. David there got the RS Trophy. Larkin, though, got the Hart. Let's go. Maybe he had a better plus-minus. I'll have to take a look, but that's awesome. Quinn Hughes, James Norris stops McCarr's streak. Kaprizov, Lady Bing. Belchet's Calder. Spitfire Boy. Let's go. Lafreniere, Conn Smythe. Kosa got the Vezina. Okay, awesome. William Jennings as well. What a year for the Wings. Andre there. Bill Masterton. Knobloch got the Jack Adams. Matthews Selke Trophy. Okay. Larkin also got the Ted Lindsay. And then McDavid and Maurice Richard. So, wow, what a year for us. I honestly did not expect that from Larkin. Really cool to see. AHL Ludwinski there, most points and MVP. Letourneau, most goals. Rogowski, best rookie. Bonder there, best defenseman. Vamelka, best goalie, now in the A. Captain, MVP of the playoffs. Coast there, sportsmanship. Burnett, community involvement. And then Kolosov, lowest goals against. And yeah, guys, it had to be that plus-minus. McDavid was a plus 29. Larkin, plus 62. Only 9 points back. And yeah, the highest, you know, plus-minus of any player in the league. So that's awesome. We have the Hart Trophy winner in Dylan Larkin. And now we're looking at retired players here, guys. Curious to see if Patrick Kane calls it quits And he does not. He's coming back. Even playing third line. Stammer, though, does. Retired with Florida. I mean, he really hates Tampa now. Marchand retired with Edmonton. Drew stayed with Ottawa. Jamie Benn there was on the Devils. Huberdeau stayed with the Flames. Probably just couldn't move that contract. Carlson there stayed with Pittsburgh. Surprised they didn't move him. Drew Doughty went to Dallas. Kadri, of course, was on Boston. Sagan was on San Jose. John Carlson there with Colorado. Definitely some big names. Jordan Eberle, Brock Nelson, Chris Kreider. Geez, yeah, tons of dudes retiring this season. Goaltending-wise, David Riddick's at the top, so not so much for goalies, but tons of skaters. So we're entering the draft now, guys. Curious to see, wow, this made-up dude. Hudson Gregor, franchise, #1, okay. Got some elites behind him. Looking at the gems, anybody good? I mean, hopefully he's not low top 9 if he's a gem, but he's going to be like the last pick, so you might as well take a chance on that Kulikov guy. Also, medium top 6, going to go like 4th round. That's pretty good. If this guy is medium elite, I mean, that'd be good in the 2nd round. He probably isn't, though. Then sorting by potential. That guy's probably high top 6. If this dude's medium elite, he's also going to be like a 2nd round pick. Same with Poirier there. I just don't know how much I can trust the scouts here. Bernard Damhus, Central Scouting rank 656, but they're thinking he's a low elite. This guy will literally be the last pick. Another one that's just crazy low ranked. I mean, even if he's a low top 6, that's like really good for the last pick of the draft. And we actually do have a guaranteed medium top 4 here. Chris Mui, hopefully I said that right, Norwegian defenseman. 2nd round pick, it's not bad value at all. And so I want to try and move up in the 2nd round, guys, offering up Colorado's 61st overall pick plus a 5th to the Penguins to get 43. They say no. I mean, I figured that probably wasn't enough to entice them. Try a 4th rounder here. They're still saying, they did say it was a bit off in value. So we'll throw in a 7th like the year after. And now they're saying yes. Again, there was like 3 guys I had pinned. They're all going to be like 40-something picks. So just going to take who's ever still there. Early 2nd, Kovacs there, low elite. Okay, so no one too crazy here. Early 2nd round. 1st round, 1st overall, Gregor, 81 medium franchise. The rest there, all 80 medium elite right on. And it doesn't look to be any steals in the rest of the 1st round. Or actually, I take that back. I mean, goalie, late 1st, medium elite. That's pretty fair. And so with our pick here, guys, we can either do the save pick, take the medium top 4. We also go for Poirier, who might be medium elite. Could also take this medium top 6 gem. And we could also go for Chiodo there, who could be medium elite. Although, he should be easier to trade up for. Try to get like a 50 pick. I'm thinking, might as well go for the elite, right? Poirier, Matthias Ekholm, NHL ETA 2 years. Mui there, Shea Weber, NHL ETA 3 years. Looking at the grades, he's got 2 Bs, all Cs. The other guy, 2 Bs, all Cs. Let's take Poirier, hope for the best. And he's a medium top 4, 65 overall. Okay, not too bad. I'm curious. Mui, exact same thing, 65, medium top 4. Just, he's defensive, where Poirier there, 2-way. And I'm trying to move up in the 2nd round again, guys. This time with the Blackhawks. 11 spots, offering up a 5th. They say yes. Okay, so I think that was a good trade. Also, too, guys, looking at our players, this is just ridiculous. Sider there, basically max trade value. Same with Raymond. Larkin's pretty close. I think he's probably only not because he's 32. Edvinson's closing in. Dobson as well is going up. I mean, again, we just have so many great players. I wonder if we can maybe make something crazy happen with Dylan Cousins. Try and get, you know, a 90-plus player to play 2nd line between Bergchild and McCann. But just into our pick here, guys, I want to take this Chiodo dude from the Regina Pats. Come on, be elite. Medium top 6. He's a grinder, though, which honestly might be kind of good for us if he could potentially be like a sick 4th liner. And just into our next pick here, guys, end of the 3rd round. Probably just going to take the guy we have like ranked 120. A little bit early, but I think it's okay. And now next year, guys, we actually don't need our 3rd round pick, so trying to make another trade with Blackhawks, seeing if we can move down to the 4th, pick up a 7th this year. They say no. This is what I mean. It's so hard to trade down. Could trade Max Plante here, 23.79, medium top 9. He's probably done growing. Again, this is just trying to get a pick, open up some AHL spots. They say yes. Honestly, maybe we should have gotten a 6th round pick at that point, but just going to send to our next pick, which actually is pick 100. I'm going to take Bjorkstrand here, guaranteed medium top 6 gem. And he's only 56 overall, but still not too bad. And we actually don't need the 4th round pick we got from the Blackhawks, guys. I didn't realize we had that pick 100 as well. So trying to move down here to the 7th, pick up a 5th for next year. The Sharks say no. I think that was pretty fair, but maybe they would give us a 6th next year. 6 and a 7 for 4. They're still saying no to that. Let's see if they would do a 4 this year and a 7th next year for a 7th this year, 5th next year. Now they say yes. Okay, so they played hardball, but they were able to get, you know, more out of us. So pick 201. There should be a really good guy about to go here. And I say about to go, I guess, you know, a lot later. But Kulikov, the gem, low top 9, maybe something else. And he's a low elite. I mean, let's go in the 7th round. I figured there's no way he's low top 9. Playmaker, what a pick. And our final pick here, guys, is number 211. This is where we're going to take that guy who's ranked like 600. Honestly, no idea what to expect with him. Bernard Damhus here. 57, low bottom 6. Okay, I mean, he was worth the risk, though. Imagine if he actually was like a stud. And now, guys, we're getting to the re-sign phase. As I mentioned before, you know, most of our players are locked up for 2 more years. So luckily, the whole team's going to be coming back, trying to make a 5th straight conference final at this point. Again, the only guy we actually had to resign is Booyam. I mean, we have $9 million in cap space. I feel like we kind of might as well. He's asking for 6.9. Again, I really wish he accepted that, 5.5. Or I think we offered him 4.5 when he wanted 5.5 at the beginning of the season. Also, 2 here. Ivan Kovic still locked up. Low franchise now. Interesting. From medium elite to low franchise. Honestly, it could help his growth. It could hurt it because of the low. Obviously, higher risk, high reward. Bickle there's now an 80. We do probably need a better AHL backup. And then honestly, in terms of the forward group, I feel like it's set. Even if we do make a big splash, say trading McCann or Cousins for a 90+ forward, like the salary going out will probably be enough to afford the guy coming back. So I think we can actually keep Booyam for now. He wants 6 years, which is fine. No trade clause. I'm thinking if we can get him under 6, or maybe 6 right on, 6 times 6. We'll see what he says. And of course, we'll have to sign all the AHL guys. And now Salen Wolanu's here. I just got for just under $1 million the next 3 years. He's already 79 at 23. He's definitely a guy that could potentially make the jump to the NHL. Defensive awareness is a little bit low, so maybe we'll have him work on that. And there we go, guys. Booyam actually did say yes. I wasn't sure because, again, that interest was kind of right at the minimum. We also got Henry Muse coming back. Poirier. Just basically a bunch of AHL players. Some guys there want a bit more money. Actually, it looks like we don't have enough contract spots. So we might have to do the thing again where we buy out 2 super cheap contracts. Again, we have way too many, good players in the system. And you guys can see here too, all these unsigned guys we have coming up. No medium elites. We got, low elites, medium top 6s, medium top 4s. And you gotta love that, guys. Game just decides to crash as I'm looking for a couple players to buy out. So we're just gonna have to redo everything I just showed you guys. And actually, guys, the only change I'm gonna make here is not re-signing Pikkarainen. 22.74 medium top 9 is pretty mess. So we can just let him go. Also, too, I think I just qualified some of the other guys that were RFAs. That way just ensures we don't lose anybody free agency. And again, Booyam does still say yes, which is nice to see. And I actually didn't realize qualifying still does count as a roster spot. So we gotta buy somebody out here to get Filatov. So Soderblom here would probably make the most sense, but he's 6'8". I like having him on the team. I think instead we'll just buy out Dylan James. He was playing 3rd or 4th line. It costs, $138K. And again, ensures we can keep Filatov, who's a low lead potential there. Already 75 at 21. He's looking really good. Plus 2, I'll actually give all these guys a qualified contract. And so now, guys, we're in the free agency period. We got 3.7 million. Quentin Byfield's available, 26. Still an RFA, though. Sam Mintikov and Gauthier. The Ducks potentially losing, 2-star players. Cole Perfetti wants 14 million as an 89. That just kind of shows you how good some of the contracts are on our team. Zach Aprotis Pinto. Dylan Holloway wants 8. Zach Benson, of course. He'd still be an RFA. Eric Sinek. I mean, the 3.7 million. We're not really re-signing anybody, or not signing anybody, I should say, this summer. Basically, this is going to be, again, looking for a trade deadline deal, maybe a true superstar we can bring back at the next deadline, which we sort of did this year, sort of not. Nabokov there, 90 overall, has been really good for the Avs. Wallstedt, Nabokov's a UFA, though, at 26. Interesting. Wants a payday. Jacob Fowler, Ravensburg, Herpel. You got 4 high elite goalies there at the top. Jeez. I'm not positive on this. I'm pretty sure the only one that actually starts at high elite is Ravensburg. So the rest of those guys just have their potential grow, probably, from having good seasons. Now looking at 2-way goalies here, like I said, we do need an AHL backup. Why? Lindbergh, 1971, medium elite. Nashville, 3rd round pick. Why would you not sign this guy? I mean, if they don't, we will. And boom, accepts the offer immediately. And now looking at AHL defensemen and forwards here, guys, as well. Even though right now we can't sign any, if there is somebody really good, we could. Honestly, these AHL defensemen don't move the needle too much. We've already got a lot of guys that are high 70s, so basically just making lateral moves. Low top 6. Again, we're giving away, good AHL players to get them, and they're in the 50s, so chances of them turning out is quite low. And now right here, guys, I'm trying to get a trade for a superstar in Matthew Boldy. 1 year left on a $7 million contract. He's up to a 92 overall. Last year there, 36 goals, 42 assists. Relatively young, still at 28 years old. Offering up Dylan Cousins, who they like. He's 89, so we're paying a lot here to get a 3 overall jump, but we kind of have to when you get to those high ratings. DeVries here, elite defenseman we drafted back in the 3rd round, 2027. Lindbergh is the guy we actually just signed, plus a 1st round pick next year. So a lot of extras there to kind of smooth out the difference in rating. The value's a bit on our side, but we'll see what the Wild say. Yeah, trade is rejected. I mean, we could add 1 more big piece, and then, of course, you can only put 5 pieces on the side, so probably just me running out of spots. I guess Rasmussen here, 1 year left at $3,087,000. We could also add to this trade. We have the depth, we can afford to kind of lose him on the 4th line. This is a lot to give up, but we have so many extras trying to bring in a superstar player. See the Minnesota Wild say no. Trade is still rejected. Yeah, not even, just a bit off. I think we just got to stick with the team we have. And I mean, they made the conference final 4 years in a row. We should be okay. And actually, guys, I take that back. I was looking through some other teams. Macklin Celebrini here actually has less value than Matthew Boldy because he's only a 90 compared to 92, but he's 23, high potential. He's going to keep getting better. 8.6 as well for the next 5 years. Is a really good contract. Last year he was basically a point per game, two-way forward there. I mean, imagine him between Bergchild we just got, Jared McCann. That'd be nasty. So I'm going to try making a similar offer here. Dylan Cousins plus, a bunch of extras. We'll start off doing just him, DeVries, and the elite goalie. They actually want, DeVries and Lindbergh. Value's more so on our side at this point. Trades rejected. Okay, so again, we'll throw on the first round pick here. Trade still rejected. The value on the table is too far off. So again, I'll add Michael Rasmussen. And it's still not enough. Okay. And actually, guys, I'm now trying a similar trade. This time for Matvei Michkov of the Philadelphia Flyers. He's got a little bit less value than Celebrini. He's like, I think, a year older, but same rating, same potential. Of course, he's a winger. He's a sniper. Last year, only 36 goals, 36 assists. But I think on our team could, put up even better numbers. And again, cost controlled to 8.5. He's only 24. Jared McCann here is actually 33 now, so not really sure if I'd be bringing him back after this season. Last year, did a ton of goals. Still offering that first round pick. Lindbergh, DeVries. A lot to give up, but again, we get like a better player who's younger, more cost controlled. It's definitely worth the price. And the Philadelphia Flyers say yes. Are you kidding me? Matvei Michkov, come on down. That could be our big get. And you know what, guys? We're not quite done yet. Now I'm looking at Timmy Stützle here on the Ottawa Senators. The trade value there is actually a bit below Michkov even. Kind of like, I think Celebrini was like on the E if you think about like trade there. Michkov was on the D. Stützle there's on the A. 90 overall. Again, a bit more cost controlled. 8.3 for the next 2 years. And we could offer up Dylan Cousins. I'm also thinking Bolchnikov, although Bolchnikov is, a really good player, 84. The value probably should be higher for him. He's going to need a new contract after this season, going to cost us a lot. I could try this. The value's on our side. Okay, trades rejected. I assumed that would happen. Ivan Kovic, we could give up, although, I don't know, low franchise goalie. He's actually got almost the same amount of value as Kosa, which is kind of crazy. They like Norman here a lot, but he's already 73 at 19. I'd probably rather go like Poirier there's only a 65 at 18. Could do him and like Bjorkstrand here's 20, 56, medium top 6. So a couple decent prospects with Cousins, with Bolchnikov. Again, we're trying to just upgrade anywhere we can. Obviously, we have so many extra assets. I think this makes a lot of sense. Value now way on our side. Okay, sweeten the value just a touch. I don't mind this at all. And actually, guys, I'm looking at the values here. Rather than giving up Bolchnikov, we could just keep him to potentially be NHL this year, or just tear up the AHL and then next year take over Patty Kane. We could give this like D Nicola guy instead. And then, of course, I'll do like a 7th round pick. Oh, wow. Way in the future. 2032. Let's see if we can actually keep Bolchnikov here. Sens say yes. Wow. Okay, so obviously, Cousins and McCann were big parts of our team. Both of them only had 1 year left on their deal. We're definitely going to want raises. And so not only do we get younger players back, we can see Michkov there, signed for the rest of the series, 8.4, amazing deal, especially at high elite. I think he'll get to like a 92. And then Stützle as well, signed for 1 extra year and higher rated. All of a sudden, I think we are back to being, #1 contender in the league. And we now need AHL backup goalie, guys. Tristan Lennox still available, 26.80 medium starter. Probably just looking at a 1 year for him because then he's gonna be like, done growing. But for 1 year, he'll either be the starter actually or the backup. Either way, you have really good AHL goaltending. And it's kind of funny here, guys. Vancouver's offering us Jonathan Berggren back. Obviously, no room for him on the team. And this is interesting, guys. Jets are offering us Adam Pelech, making $2.2 million. So he must be way down in rating at this point. Don't think I'm saying yes. I'm just kind of curious, though. And yeah, wow, he's down to 82. And now next year, guys, we're having a conversation with Derek Lalonde about next season. I mean, based on the trades he made, I feel like we got to be Stanley Cup contenders again. And yes, we are. Now, in terms of the preseason focus, I definitely don't want to drop speed anymore. Honestly, though, I'm looking at conditioning here. We could drop puck control 3-2. And all of a sudden, all these guys are a lot better skaters, which is obviously something we've kind of lost with all of the 5v5 focus. If you guys forget, that drops your speed. I feel like most of them actually have pretty good puck control. Let's try conditioning. Try something new. Again, I think, we had the same head coach for so long. All the team chemistry and that's very high, especially with, winning Stanley Cup, making Stanley Cup final. And now next year, guys, I'll show what the team is looking like. As I mentioned before, we gotta be the Cup favorites. This team is absolutely stacked. So first line, no change. You got ADB playing with Larkin and Raymond. They're all 90 plus with a +5. They're playing like 99s. DeBrincat at 96. The second line there also gets a +5. You got Bergchild, of course, we just got last year's trade deadline. Playing with the 2 new guys in Timmy Stützle and Matvei Michkov. I think that's going to be a nasty second line. I mean, assuming Bergchild grows, the entire top 6 will be 90 plus. The third line here, I don't know if you guys remember like the Detroit Red Wings grind line back in the early 2000s. It was like Kirk Maltby, Chris Draper, Darren McCarty. This is a better version of the grind line. You got Casper, Danielson, Rasmussen, 88s and 87, +4 chem. Tons of X factors. They're all like good physical X factors. You look at their defensive stats here too. Rasmussen's got 4 stars with a 5-star physical. Then Danielson there's 5 stars for both. Casper there's 5 and 4.5. Like, these guys are the ultimate defensive players. And then fourth line here, we kind of have like the corpse of Patrick Kane. He's down to an 80. Look at his stats. Like, nothing is good anymore except for his puck skills are still 5 stars, but he's still signed. I don't want to trade him, so he's there for now. Brandstad Nygaard here has actually moved to center. I'm going to see if we can add center to his secondary position, as he's got decent face left there at 71, and then finally Kiskanen's on that 4th line as an 86. It's crazy. Like, we have an 86 there on the 4th line. Most teams, you know, he's probably playing the top 6. Now, defensively here, you know, it just keeps getting better. Edmondson, Sider on that top pair, 93, 95. You know, the second pairing, Dobson, Sandy Pellica. They still have +5 for the top 4. Booyam here still an 87, but check this out. Now has elite potential. Only 1 year left to grow, kind of like Cousins, but will improve his value. Plus, hopefully, you know, it jumps his rating. And then Logan Hensler here, now an 88. He's grown a ton. You guys remember, he's only got medium top 4 potential. This guy, I think, might actually grow to be an elite potential player, because already being 88 22, super impressive. He definitely, you know, should be a top 4 defenseman. We just have too many good players. Kosa, Ivan Kovic, both 90s. This team is kind of just funny to me at this point. Like, it is so good. Just kind of shows you, like, obviously, in real life, not all the prospects are going to pan out, but Red Wings do have so many prospects in-game, you know, that pan out kind of more often than real life, just how it works. If, you know, anything close to this happens, Red Wings, you know, should have a very bright future. AHL, we still have Bolshnikov there, 84. I was going to ask you guys, do you want me to call him up to the NHL and basically let Patty Kane just be like the 13th forward, have him scratch? Because Bolshnikov is really good, but we could leave him here, extend him for cheap because he's in the AHL, and then next year he'll, you know, make that jump, and he'll definitely be making the jump late, kind of like, you know, the old Red Wings were decent prospects to play in the AHL till their mid-20s. I'm thinking like, you know, Gus Nyquist, Thomas Tatar, kind of guys like that. Lombardi's still there, Mazer. Tham, this guy actually looks pretty good. 2178 low elite. 7th round pick by the Lightning. Decent shot on him there. Savage, Soderblom's on the team. Of course, the Grieva twins now with Maggio. Josephson there with the Dower Nielsen brothers. Defensively, we still got Wallander, Akey on the top pair. I mean, the AHLD, I think, looks really good. And then even goaltending-wise, check this out. Bickle here is now an 85. Like, we're getting really lucky, too. Like, all the elite goalies we're drafting just happen to grow. Like, doesn't usually happen, especially when they come to the draft at, like, a 60. But our guys, for some reason, are growing quite fast. I mean, I always have, you know, a goalie coach there with A+ teaching. Just somehow this one seems to be really good because these goalies are growing a lot faster than usual. So again, guys, super happy with how the team's looking. Expecting a 5th straight conference final. Hopefully we can actually break through kind of that, you know, invisible wall we keep hitting and make it back to the cup final. Now, in terms of ratings for next season, we've got 96 offense, 96 defense, and 94 goaltending. So it should be exciting to see what happens. If you guys enjoyed this one, leave that thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.